I'm going out for shopping, and I thought because I've got such a very busy day, I would rather just do my weekly stuff on the go. I hope you're doing well. I hope that your week has been amazing, and today is the end of the week. Woohoo! Thanks be to God. We are so grateful and so privileged. I came last week on a Saturday. I wasn't feeling well at all. My body was playing up, and I was just like, I could. It was really a lot to take in. But this week has been much better. I thank God. Feeling much better, and the weather, oh my world, look at that. I'm outside a supermarket basically. It's such a beautiful day. It feels like a nice, beautiful spring summer day. So today is gonna be one of those days that just taking it like really how do you say, taking it simple. I'm ready to go for a run. That's me. I'm in my uniform, ready to go off for a run. So I'll be doing that once I finish my shopping. And then what else am I doing today? We have like St. George's parade. I'm gonna take my little boy for that, and then later on I've got other errands to run. This week I had the privilege of doing some work down in London, and as I was going to London, those who've really been to central London, particularly in Euston, you'll understand, like, it's one of those crazy stations because it just happens like everywhere there are these really big, long elevators, and not many lifts, so to say, and escalators, sorry. And I'm not a great fan of heights. Like, I've been to places with my son where there is heights involved, and I've been screaming, and my son looking at me going like, "Mommy, are you okay?" Because I just don't like something called heights. Me and heights are not good friends. And so we've been to London before, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like screaming and thinking like, what is not happening? What's not going on? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm fearful for my life and things like that. And when I was in London a few days ago for work, it so happened that all the trains that I needed were cancelled. And so because the trains were cancelled, I didn't have any other option but to get to connection trains. And if you know, like anything that does with connection, it's like just crazy in itself. So I had a connection train and then another connection train. I was just getting a little bit like crazy. So when I get into London, I get into Euston, I realized my appointment was 3:15 and it's already 4:30. I haven't arrived yet. And there's no other option. There's these escalators that I need to get on for me to be able to get to where I'm getting to. And I'm thinking, like, in my mind, me and heights, we don't do business. We're not good friends at all. Heights and me, we don't like each other. And I'm thinking, what am I gonna do? One mind tells me, you've got to go on that escalator because you've got to get to where you're getting to. And the other thing says to me, remember, you and heights are not good friends. And I thought about it, was like, this guy is waiting for me, my appointment is waiting, I'm already late, and there is no other thing I can do. So I just said to myself, I have a goal to get to, and I was looking down, and I found myself, I was the one walking. You know, there's usually the left side for those who are quick to go, those who need to make their business quickly. I was actually the one doing that. I was just like, let's go, Claire, let's go, Claire, let's go, Claire, let's go, Claire. And before I realized, I did so many escalators in one afternoon just because I was fixed and my mind was fixed on what was ahead of me. And as I was thinking that, I was thinking about, like, what is that? When you have a goal that your mind is fixed on that goal, it gets to a point that you're constantly reminding yourself, I've got something to get to. No matter the obstacles, you'll actually find yourself getting to do it. And that's how the health journey is like. And I usually say, I'm a strong believer of your why. Once you know your why and you understand your why, you'll be so laser focused. You'll be like a flint. Your mind will be like, I'm set on what is ahead of me, and I don't care what is on my way or my path. I just have got to keep going. And I feel like that's what we really need sometimes, that in life, that just to say, I know I am not really confident with this. I know I might not really be great with these, but I want to achieve my health purposes or my health goals. And because I want to be that shape or to do whatever I want to do, I'm just gonna focus on that. I'm just gonna say, Claire, look straight ahead. Fix your mind on where you're going to. Fix your gaze on where you're going to, and then let the other things be like bonuses. There will be things that will come to distract you along the way. There will be like all those distractions, as I say. There will be those things that will be making you feel like, what's the point? Why am I doing this? And sometimes when I was on those escalators, I got to a point and I was thinking like, what if this stops? Or what if I have to fall back? But because I was so pretty much focused on what I was going to and where my goal was, I didn't let all those what ifs really keep me back. And that's why, like I usually say, if you know where you're going to and if you know why you want to get there, your why will keep you away from everything, away from the distractions, away from the limitations. You'll be able to face those limitations, face those fears, confront those things and say, hey, I don't want to be caught back in these things, or I don't want to be laid back because of the things that are happening, because you have your purpose and you have your why. And so for those of you who are watching, I can see some people online. Today I want to just challenge and ask you, do you know your why in life? When you do something, when you're going to exercise or you are eating or wherever you're doing, do you understand your why? Because your why will keep you focused, right? My why, I need to be at the offices to do, I had a meeting, I need to be in the meeting and I'm already late, kept me saying I don't even care more about these escalators as long as I head up into where I was going to. And so that's one of the things I feel like we just need to have that flint focus, that laser focus. And you're like, this is where I'm going to. I'm determined to get to where I'm going to. Your determination will keep you focused. Your goal will keep you going when the going gets tough. Let's face it, guys. Life will be sometimes difficult. They say it might throw at us lemons, and sometimes we might want to find ourselves complaining, which is sometimes we do that. I will have been complaining, saying, well, my trains, 2 of them canceled in a go. I'm not gonna ever get to do what I want to do. But because I got to a point, I said, well, it's happened and life happens. So when life happens, what do? Do you just say, okay, sit back and feel sorry for yourself through a pity party? Or do you say, well, I have a goal, I have a focus, I know where I'm going to, I want to reach where I'm going to, and no matter what is in my way, I will still make my way through it. And I love the way sometimes they say, when you find a door closed towards your journey that you're going to, are you the kind of a person that will say, the door is closed and turn back? Or are you the kind of a person who will say, oh, the door is closed, maybe I will knock, somebody might open, or maybe I'll just try to open, perhaps the door will open, because at the end of the day, you need that goal. And when you know that why, and you're focused on that, pretty much you're like, this is where we're heading to. It doesn't matter, things will happen around you, stuff will happen, life will happen, but you will keep on going. And so now, just to encourage you guys, as you're going into weekend, as you're going into the days ahead, just remind yourself all the time, constantly, just tell yourself, what is it that I am focusing myself on to? And when once you know what you're focusing yourself to do, tell yourself, distractions will come my way, but I say no to these things so that I can be flint focused. I can be laser focused to the things ahead to be able to achieve the goals and the targets that I have for my future. So I need to go and do my shopping. Thank you so much to all of you who have joined along the journey of today. That was the quick recording for today. Have an awesome day, everyone. I hope you know that you are loved, celebrated, and appreciated. Until next time, stay focused, and determined. Know that you're loved and celebrated. Go and enjoy those goals that you've set for yourself. Go and make the difference in the way that only you can make the difference, where God has strategically placed you. And I pray that you will prosper and be in good health, even as your souls prosper, because that's the greatest form of prosperity that you can ever have. For me now, I'm gonna go do my shopping and then head off for a little run. Thank you so much for joining. If you are able to, if you've not done it already, why not just click that like, share, or subscribe? It will help us to go a long way in doing what we are doing every day as God helps us. Have a lovely day. Love you guys. Blessed day. See you soon. Goodbye.